lead you to the place where the Guardians have kept a special gift for you. The Glove of Power.
I'm here to kick your ass and chew bubblegum.
Telekinesis activated.
February 2026 sure appears to be one of the most important months VR has ever seen. Across Quest 3, PSVR2, and PCVR, we are getting insane haptics you feel, mixed with reality chaos in your room, killer roguelikes, triple A stuff that hits like Alex. Total game changers. I mean, this is a lineup that pushes immersion, interaction, and variety in completely different directions. And this month is not playing it safe. In this video, I'll break them all down. Features, dates, and my top pick. Like, sub, and comment your platform. Aces of Thunder. You put the headset on, slide into the seat, and everything around you becomes mechanical, loud, and demanding. That is the experience players can expect here, because Aces of Thunder is designed to lock your attention inside the cockpit and never let it wander. Launching in February 3, 2026, this VR flight simulation is built specifically around the strength of modern headsets, prioritizing clarity, scale, and physical interaction from the first moment you power up an engine. I mean, the aircrafts here behave accordingly to physically accurate flight and damage models derived from War Thunder, and that foundation shapes the entire experience. Maneuvers demand discipline, mistakes carry consequences, and dogfights reward situational awareness rather than quick reflex shortcuts. Combat is always viewed from inside the cockpit, which reinforces spatial awareness and makes tracking enemy aircraft feel tense and deliberate. And let me tell you, full HOTAS support is included, and VR controllers allow you to interact directly with switches, throttles, and controls inside highly detailed cockpits. You can expect access to more than 20 World War II aircraft at launch, including the P-51 Mustang, Spitfire, Bf-109, and the A6M30. From what it looks like, battles will unfold across 15 maps representing the Western, Eastern, and Pacific theaters, as well as iconic Great War front lines. Single-player missions will let you master aircraft handling, while online PvP connects you with skilled pilots worldwide. Developed by Gaijin Entertainment, this release focuses on immersion, precision, and authenticity, making it one of February's most technically ambitious VR flight experiences. Tin Hearts, Act 1. Let me paint you a picture. You find yourself standing inside a quiet attic, surrounded by old toys, wooden beams, and soft light filtering through dust in the air. That is the space viewers can expect to spend time in here, because Tin Hearts focuses on mood, problem solving, and storytelling rather than fast reactions. Act 1 arrives on MetaQuest on February 12, 2026, bringing this carefully paced VR puzzle adventure to standalone headsets for the first time. The core gameplay will revolve around guiding small toy soldiers through block-based puzzle environments inspired by classic Lemmings-style design. You are not controlling the soldiers directly. Instead, you manipulate the world around them, placing objects, redirecting paths, and adjusting mechanisms so that they can safely reach the end of each level. Everything here is built to make you stop, observe, and think through the solution before committing to it. Act 1 is presented as a standalone episode priced at $5.99, set inside a festive attic filled with toys and seasonal details. The story will quietly explore the life of a fictional Victorian inventor named Albert Butterworth. with narrative details revealed through environments rather than dialogue. Developed by Rogue Sun and Infogames, and published by Wired Productions, this Quest release sets the foundation for future acts planned to follow in the coming weeks. Crossings. Next up, we have a VR action adventure that immediately pulls you into a harsh, myth-soaked setting inspired by Norse afterlife. You begin with nothing in your hands and no clear sense of safety, surrounded by a forest that feels unsettlingly alive. The atmosphere leans heavy on tension. Sap drips from trees. Roots seem to shift when you are not looking. And the environment constantly reminds you that this place remembers those who passed through it. Crossings arrives on February 6, 2026, and it is designed exclusively for VR with tracked controllers at the core of every interaction. Combat is built around physical presence. You block, dodge, strike, and counter in real time using swords, axes, clubs, and bows, freely switching between melee attacks, ranged shots, and magic. Spellcasting relies on gestures and includes elements like fire, ice, roots, lightning, poison, and wind, all of which can be upgraded during a run. You can combine spells with weapon attacks to control enemies such as trolls, draugr, and other hostile beings that roam this world. I think what keeps things unpredictable here is the roguelite structure. Paths change, caves appear unexpectedly, and enemy encounters shift. Between runs, you choose a starting weapon, equip trinkets, manage potions, and select altar offerings that introduce powerful modifiers with meaningful trade-offs. Also, seamless online co-op allows other players to appear naturally in your world, without menus or voice chat. Communication happens through movement and combat, letting cooperation emerge organically while each journey remains your own. Perikoto. Now we have a short VR horror experience that leans heavily into atmosphere and slow-burning tension rather than jump scares. In this game, you find yourself wandering through an unending winter, stranded in a frozen coastal landscape where the cold feels constant and isolation sets in fast. Perikoto is set to release on February 27, and it is built exclusively for VR, with track controllers shaping how you explore and survive. The setting does most of the talking here. You arrive on a frozen beach, far from anything resembling home, while a lighthouse cuts through fog and darkness in the distance. As you move through dense woods and snow-covered terrain, you start noticing signs that you are not alone. Crows peck nervously at tree roots. Strange beings lurk beyond your vision, and every sound feels like it could give you away. The game pushes you to plan your route carefully, because careless movement or disturbing the environment can draw unwanted attention. You move between multiple locations, using different tools to navigate deep snow and harsh terrain while uncovering the mystery surrounding the lighthouse. Stealth matters. You are encouraged to avoid frightening the birds, pay attention to your surroundings, and hide when something feels close. Developed and published by Torso, this is a focused VR horror journey built around mood, restraint, and the fear of being watched in a place that never truly feels safe.
Welcome to Byteworld. My name's Finn and I'll be your guide through the wonderful, crazy world of Byteworld. So, first things first, what exactly is Byteworld?
Byteworld. In this game, the focus is on bringing Steamers and their communities into the same shared space, where viewers are no longer just watching, but actively participating. Byteworld enters early access this February 22, and it is launching as a free-to-play title with optional paid DLC aimed specifically at streamers. At its core, this is a VR-first social and interactive platform. As a streamer, you host lobbies using the VR DLC, while viewers can join completely free as small avatar characters called Bytes. Viewers can move around the space, interact with the streamer and each other, and even use voice chat if enabled. Live stream integration is a key pillar here. You can expect chat-driven mini-games, viewer redeems triggered by donations, custom commands, and real-time reactions that play out directly inside the VR environment instead of on an overlay. The current early access version already includes VR avatars, a VR menu with spawnable items and weapons, live stream redeems, voice chat, and a fully functional level editor with Steam Workshop integration. Cosmetic systems are also in place, using Steam inventory for trading and marketplace features, with daily free crates and optional purchases. Developers estimate roughly 1 year in early access, with plans to expand into more mini-games, game modes, platform integrations like YouTube and TikTok Live, and even a non-VR mode. This one is designed to grow directly with community feedback.
Hey everyone, I'm Max Ventura. I'm a delivery guy, and I absolutely love my job. And hop. Almost. Hoop. Here's a nice box thrown.
EXD, Extra Dimensional. Get ready, people, because you're looking at a VR adventure that begins in the most ordinary way possible and then completely abandons normality within minutes. You play as Max Ventura, a delivery worker whose routine job ends the moment a dimensional rift rips through his warehouse and drags him into another world. That world is Erath, a fantasy realm poisoned by relics from Earth, and surviving it becomes your responsibility. EXD, Extra Dimensional, is set to arrive this February 2026, and it is designed from the ground up as a VR-only experience. What you can expect to define the gameplay is physical interaction. Every object reacts with weight and resistance, making your hands the core of combat and exploration. The Quantum Glove gives you telekinetic abilities that let you pull objects, manipulate the environment, and cast elemental magic through gestures. Fire forms between your palms, ice spikes launch with force, and lightning surges outward with precise motion control. Managing that energy matters, because once it drains, you must rely on powerful relic weapons like the Minar alloy blades, enchanted wands, and the time locks, which can slow time itself. The world is visually inspired by classic fantasy art, supported by a dynamic orchestral soundtrack and full 3D spatial audio. Everything works together to make Erath feel alive, dangerous, and worth uncovering piece by piece. Dear Metaverse. Moving on, our next game focuses not only on combat or puzzles, but expression. Dear Metaverse arrives in February 2026, and it is built around a simple idea: giving you a virtual mailbox where creativity becomes the message itself. Here, you use your hands to create and send 3D letters to friends, followers, and pen pals inside VR. Instead of flat text, your words exist in space. You can type or dictate messages and then shape them with expressive fonts, depth, and animated effects that make each letter feel alive. You can also expect full creative freedom when decorating your messages. GIFs, emojis, and visual effects can be placed directly into your letters, letting you turn a simple note into a joke, a reaction, or a heartfelt moment. There are also drawing tools that let you sketch directly in 3D space, turning quick doodles into floating artwork. Once finished, You seal everything inside a customizable envelope and send it off, making the act of messaging feel intentional rather than disposable. The app is free to use, rated 12+, and designed as a social creative space where users interact directly. Seasonal DLC packs, new tools, and ongoing updates are planned, keeping the experience fresh as your mailbox fills with surprises. Omega Pilot Evolution. Last but not least, we have a game where you will be piloting anti-gravity machines at extreme velocity, where every slight tilt of your hands can decide whether you hold the racing line or slam into a barrier. Omega Pilot Evolution is set to arrive in February 2026, and it is designed exclusively for PlayStation VR2. Everything here is first-person and cockpit-focused. You sit inside futuristic racing craft and push through dynamic tracks built for skill-based maneuvering rather than forgiving shortcuts. You can expect races that reward tight control, spatial awareness, and confidence at high speed. The game supports both solo play and multiplayer, letting you race against real players in real time or compete asynchronously through ghost data when others are offline. There is also a dedicated combat racing mode where weapons like energy blasters and EMPs come into play. Shields, timing, and tactical positioning matter just as much as raw speed. You are not simply trying to finish first. You are trying to survive aggressive rivals while maintaining momentum. So yeah, February 2026 is not just stacked, it is defining. These games highlight a different strength of modern VR hardware, and together, they show how far the medium has evolved. Now the real question is simple. Which one are you jumping into first? Tell us in the comments.